Hey everybody! Welcome to OtakuCast. I'm your host, Angel's Calamity, and I have a small YouTube channel that I do Let's Plays and all kinds of fun stuff with, and I know words, and that's gonna be... I don't know what I was gonna say. There's my host, DC.
Hi, I'm Directionally Challenged. You can find me on YouTube at Directionally Challenged. I do Let's
Words are
Plays,
hard.
sketches, and other things.
Oh, I was
Words are
gonna say
not-
there's gonna be a Among Us video coming up soon on my channel, and that seems to be the popular thing right now. DC may or may not
I'm
be
in
in
it! I am in
Maybe I'll just cut you out.
it. You can try.
Cut
You
every
can
DC
try.
part out. I'll just mute you. I'm getting good at editing now, so.
Do you have me on a
And I-
separate audio channel? Yeah, I didn't think so.
I might do that. I know how to do stuff. I know how to do stuff.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you at all.
Anyway, hope everyone's having a great day. Let us know in chat. Are you guys having a great day?
You guys doing good? You guys doing all right? Let's
get into our news.
talk about some interesting stuff.
Yeah. Well, most of you probably already know this by now, but comicbook.com says that the PS5 release date and price was officially revealed by PlayStation.
Oh.
Look, I'm a PlayStation fan, and there's a bunch of people out there that are PlayStation fans.
I get it. I understand. Look, when Sega went off the market and they ended with the Dreamcast, I found myself floating in a sea of malaise and sadness, not knowing where to go. So I moved to the PlayStation. And then Sony continued to be big old bags of D's.
No. PlayStation's amazing.
PS4.
Anyway.
Where's our backwards compatibility? PS5. Where's our backwards compatibility?
Xbox One doesn't really have it either. I mean, you can re-download and rebuy the old games you had before.
Oh yeah,
Look,
that's what I want to do.
Technically, PS3...
Pay for the games that I all have on discs.
Technically, PS3 is kind of backwards compatible because it will run PS1 discs all day.
Yes,
Give it a PS1
it'll do PS1, but it won't do PS2. And the reason it didn't do PS2 was to boost PS2 sales.
No, the reason why it didn't do it is because it needed a whole different OS. PS2 was like...
It started with PS2 backwards compatibility. It started with it, then they removed it later.
Yeah, because it crashed the systems. I had the original one with the backwards compatibility, and mine crashed, and I had to get a warranty replacement for it because it crashed.
They can make it run PS1 games, but they can't make it run PS2 games, man.
I'm not... This can be a topic for some other day. Anyway, PlayStation has officially revealed the PS5's release date. After months and months and months of painfully waiting, PlayStation fans finally know when they'll be able to begin enjoying next-gen gaming on the PS4 successor. Barring in any unexpected delay, Sony's PS5 will release November 12th and cost $400 and $500. The latter price point will be for the console with a disc drive, while the former will be the all-digital version without a disc drive. That said, beyond this one difference, both consoles are exactly the same. And I want a disc drive.
Yeah,
there's a lot more to the article. If you guys want to read it, it is in our Discord server. And also, PS5 backwards compatibility. Sony's boss says 99% of PS4 games will work. There's your backwards compatibility, DC.
What about my PS3 games? What about my PS2 games? And what about my PS1 games?
Play them on your PS3, PS2, and play the PS1 games on the PS3.
I can't. Well, my PS2 is having issues, and you just can't go out and find a PS2 where I'm at.
Well,
so what am I supposed to do?
Online, internet, good sir. Internet.
I don't want to pirate stuff all the time.
No, buy a PS2 off the internet.
No. Also, games games I think were confirmed to go up to $70.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, well,
Which
sucks. I understood the pricing going up when we were paying for the fact that we had to pay for the plastic, the disc, the packaging, the artwork, and all that other stuff. But when digital downloads have become such a big thing, why is the digital version still $70?
Because they're getting as much money out of you as they can.
Exactly. That's why they have friggin'... I'm against microtransactions.
But you know Steam prices are probably going to rise too.
I don't want that to happen.
It's the way of the world, my dude. When people stop buying, that's the only time they're going to start dropping.
Yeah,
but
speaking of disappointing big company news, Nintendo discontinues production of the 3DS series of handheld consoles.
Yep.
Nintendo announced on Thursday that it has ended production of the 3DS series of consoles, including the 3DS XL, the Nintendo
Give us an F in
2DS
chat, boys.
XL, the Nintendo 2DS, and they told the website they have no plans to end any existing online services for the 3DS or the family of systems, and that the Nintendo eShop will continue to be available.
Look, it's depressing. I love my 3DS, even though
I
it is a
do
glorified
too.
Pokemon player.
I've got so
I
many.
I have
so many
wanted the
3DS
XL
games.
Galaxy one or the XL Pikachu one for years, and I've never been able to get it.
I got my lovely, I got Shin Megami Tensei 4. I got Digital Devil Survivor. I got One Piece.
And I know why they're discontinuing the 3DS, because now the Switch
They
is
got the
both
Switch.
console and
Yeah.
mobile. But like everybody, even my mom has a 3DS. I bought her a 3DS, and because she plays Harvest Moon and stuff like that. Even my mom has one of those.
Sega did it first, Nintendo. Just because you did better doesn't mean you were the first. That's all I'm saying.
You talking about the Game Gear?
Yeah.
Game Gear was pretty good.
They did that in the 90s. The 90s,
I had
Nintendo.
a Game Gear.
You're behind.
The Game Gear was good.
It
Actually,
was
my
great.
mom had the Game Gear, and
It was great.
she
It was in color,
she
too.
had puzzle games for it. And then the Sonic and the Chaos Emeralds, that game was on there. That was so much fun.
Was
but
really
anyway,
good. And you can play your Sonic games on it.
Netflix has announced a live-action Alice in Borderland show, and there's a teaser video reveals a December 10th premiere. Now, I've never heard of Alice in Borderland. No, it's actually related to its own anime that's like an Alice in Wonderland kind of thing. Because I hadn't heard of it, and I'm like, ooh, what's this? And I looked it up. And you know, anime fans just love their live-action remakes of things. But Netflix revealed on Saturday that the live-action series adaptations of Haru Aso's Alice in Borderland, or I'm not saying that word. I'm going to try. Imuwara no Kuni no Alice manga will debut on will debut on December 10th in
190 countries worldwide.
Thank you. Netflix also streamed a release date announcement video for the show. There's a little video on there. You guys can go watch.
Let's just be honest. It's gonna suck.
Probably. They have the whole cast. Like, I didn't even know what it was until I saw like one of the cast members, Nijiro Murakami, as a mysterious Cheshire. So it's got to be Alice. I mean, you can read about it. It gives you. Let's see. The manga centers on Rio Arasu, pronounced same as Alice in Japanese, a male high school student who is irritated with his intolerable everyday life. One night, he tags along with his bad friends Karube and Chota to hang out in town. However, the town is suddenly covered in giant fireworks. Then he comes to his senses. Ryohei notices that no one else is around. Finding themselves in a different world, Ryohei, Karube, and Chota are forced to participate in survival games or die right off the bat. Like, it sounds cool! The three fight to live as well to find a way back to their own world. It sounds cool. But the live action's probably gonna suck. I'll probably watch the.
It's Netflix.
I don't even know if there is an anime. If you guys have seen it, let me know. But all I see is that it's a manga. I would love to see. Oh wait, a spin-off series. Oh nope, it was just manga from what I see in this. But I mean, if it became an anime, I would totally watch it. What about you guys? Let us know in the comments below. Tell us about our next news story.
Yes, and more adaptation news. The World Ends With You anime previewed in a special video. Now, for those of you guys who don't know, The World Ends With You was a handheld game, it was a weird concept. I don't know how to really define it. It's an action game, technically, that you played on the original DS. That's when it came out. And I remember this was the first DS game that I ever bought. And I played it, and I loved it. It had amazing songs, and amazing visuals. The gameplay was really good. The plot was amazing. It follows this character, which you see in it, in the animation. The little video shows you that he's standing there, and like people are walking through him.
Oh, yeah, I did watch the little video, the little trailer.
He's dead, and he's taking part in a game called the Reaper game. But yeah, so the anime will be available worldwide in 2021, and it'll air on the Super Animeism programming block. Takehiro Ishimoto is returning from the game to compose the music for the anime, which the music was so good. Like, it is literally so freaking awesome, and it gets you pumped. So I'm really looking forward to seeing this. We've got people from Kazuya Ichikawa from Monster Strike the Animation, Clean Freak, Ayoma-kun, Sentai Team KZ Chicken Note. He's directing it. Midori Gato at Sanazagan is the screenwriter. And there's some people who are working on Flying Witch Petite, Mysterious Joker, and Doraemon. So, yeah. It's gonna be interesting. And it says when Ichikawa was asked whether the anime will follow the story of the game, he said the staff kept some parts and changed some parts in the anime in order to adapt it for the show. But whether the story follows the path of the game, he stated he could not reveal that information at this time. He also stated the anime will depict Shibuya as it is today instead of from 2007 in the game. The cell
Which
phones
is
in the
really
game,
cool.
Yeah, will also be smartphones instead of the flip phones that they were in the original.
Which is, I think that's cool. And the lead voice actor for the character Neku,
Yep,
is coming back to voice him, which is awesome.
Nice.
I love it when things can do that. I really do. Like, when normally it's like shows and animes are represented as well in video games, like especially the Kingdom Hearts series, when the actors and stuff from the but
Which also apparently in 2018 they had the World Ends With You Final Remix game for the Switch.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
So
but
if you have a Switch,
yeah.
check that out.
Awesome. Now our last news story is Manga Toshi Tokyo exhibit explores the destruction and rebirth of Tokyo through anime. And this is an exhibit that they're doing in Japan. DC, tell us about it.
Japanese manga, anime, and games, tokusatsu, special effects films, include a lot of works that depict large-scale destruction of Tokyo and new reconstructed urban landscapes, writes Manga Toshi Tokyo exhibit curator Keiichiro Morikawa. In actual history, Tokyo has suffered significant damage from disasters like earthquakes, and each time it has been reconstructed. Also, it is known to be destined to suffer great disasters again in the near future. The history and perceived future of this existing city have caused people to have a sense of reality and also have functioned as foundations for fictional work. That is the relationship between the city and fiction.
Which is awesome.
It is.
So it's gonna the timing of the Manga Toshi Tokyo exhibit could not have been more uncanny. Originally scheduled to coincide with the 2020 Summer Olympics in Tokyo, it's intended to introduce visitors from around the world to the history of the city through the lens of Japanese popular culture. One of the themes of the exhibit was the cycle of destruction and rebirth, as Tokyo has been rebuilt countless times in the wake of unforeseen events. Of course, it was interrupted by Voldemort, but as was the Olympic Games. But
everything was interrupted by Voldemort.
Yeah, so they rescheduled and they're doing it. But they it's rescheduled to run from August 12th to November 3rd. They're hoping that it attracts some interest, and honestly, that sounds really, really cool.
Yeah, it says here many of the works represented at this exhibit are by creators who are considered national treasures, like Osamu Tezuka, Hideki Anno, and Makoto Shinkai. There are plenty of diversity represented across all eras of Japanese anime manga history, from Ashita no Joe to Love Live! School Idol Project. It does a good job of balancing not just the individual works which have influenced mainstream Japanese culture, but also properties that represent the modern otaku subculture, which cumulatively has had a tangible effect on Tokyo's physical landscape. Part of the exhibit explores anime collaborations with stores and trains, as well as pilgrimages and the creation of anime-inspired landmarks, such as life-size Unicorn Gundam in Odaba.
I'm sorry, I want everything about that life-size Unicorn Gundam.
That's from the Unicorn series.
The what?
Yeah, that's the big Gundam. That's the big Gundam they made that flipped
off.
Is
it a unicorn?
No, it's just from the Unicorn
now I'm
series.
Disappointed.
I know.
I thought I was better than that.
So,
Disappointed!
It's a very interesting look at how anime and Japanese culture have sort of melded together in like trains, convenience stores, just regular buildings. The campaign that was infamous now But they had like the blood drive campaign with the busty anime girl and stuff like that, and it's everywhere, and it's really cool and interesting to see that how it's sort of like really prevalent in just the culture in general.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I think we're about ready to move into our topic today, which you'll notice I am wearing. We're not exactly, look, he's an anime cat that's represented in a lot of anime. This look, okay, and we're talking about best animal companions in anime.
I'm wearing a Beer Me shirt.
I know you're excited for this topic. I know you are.
Yeah.
You even picked it. You picked it. I should have known this was a trap. You walked me into a trap, DC.
I know.
Unfortunately,
some people have spoiled the surprise.
Give me an F. Give me an F in chat, boys.
But we're talking about top animal companions in anime. Now, I will state to everyone, in my opinion, an animal companion is anyone or anything that is an animal. Like, I was really tempted to really mess with you and pick Kurama, specifically from Yu Yu Hakusho, because technically Fox Demon.
My first thought was Kurama from Naruto, and I'm like, I bet if you called him an animal companion, he'd bite your head off.
Technically, any of the tailed beasts.
Now, see, I was on the fence about this one because I don't feel like we should classify fully sentient characters as like Kurama from Naruto as just like an animal companion, which would be kind of equation to a pet, which Kurama is not a pet. Kurama does not equal Takun. No.
Have you ever seen Spaceballs?
Spaceballs.
Yeah,
long time ago.
Well, I believe it's John Candy has a character in Spaceballs, which is Barf, half man, half dog. He's his own best friend. All right, that's why I'll count it. So my first choice is the greatest whale of history, Laboon.
A whale?
Yeah, a whale, Laboon. Now, Laboon has a sad history to him. He was initially part of a pirate crew that found him when he separated from his pod, and this was a crew known as the Rumba Pirates. Their big thing was music. They played music, and Laboon...
Days without One Piece reference. 0. Carry on.
It's never gonna happen. That's why I did this episode specifically, to do nothing but One Piece references. By the way, I have
diversified.
More anime references later. No, I didn't diversify because this was gonna be a prank.
Okay, tell me about this whale. I see this whale boy. He looks pretty derpy. Gotta say, he looks pretty derpy.
Well, number one, he's what they call a mountain whale. Because he's the size of a mountain.
All right, the Otaku Empire did not like your joke, and they also remind you to stay away from spoilers as much as possible. And Chase
I am staying away from spoilers. I'm just saying.
Smith in chat does not like your joke either. He does not like it.
He was a part
By the
of
way,
crew.
chat, I'm watching, but for whatever reason, my Twitch messed up, so I cannot comment.
Fine. Let me tell them that he's a part of this crew, and they end up going into the Grand Line, and they thought that they had ditched him, but he followed them he was a little baby whale. And so they asked the lighthouse keeper to take care of this whale while they go on their adventure, and they made a promise to come back to him. But when Luffy and co. show up, which this isn't that far in the series, it's okay. Laboon has been beating his head on this mountain trying to bust through because
is that why he's all scarred?
Yes, his
derpy.
The people he'd been waiting on have been gone for 50 years. And so Luffy beats him up, paints a symbol on his head, and says, "We're rivals now. If you have to promise me not to beat your head against the wall anymore, because if Laboon continues to do it, he will die." So Luffy saves him and stops him.
Why didn't the whale just go be a whale?
Because he loved that crew, damn it. He loved them. Right. It's a really sad story. He beats his head on the wall in Wales. Hello. He just literally cries out. Every day. It's a sad story, and I can't tell you any more, but his story gets even sadder and more depressing and more heart-wrenching, and just you hope for that little whale to achieve his dream.
I'm sorry, that whale looks derpy. He looks pretty derpy.
You wouldn't say that if you watched One Piece.
And I don't want One Piece. He would still look derpy. Like, let's be real. He still would look.
No, you would think that, but then you'd see that whale, and every time you see him, your heart would hurt, and you'd just be like, God,
anyway, my first one I'm gonna go with, and I'm glad Atomic Missy is here because you'll like this, is Pikachu.
No, I would have gone with Kilala.
Why you gotta spoil my choices?
You didn't have
Kilala's
to say
one of my
choice.
favorites. I'm not gonna throw my favorite out there first.
You didn't have to say that. You could have just not said anything.
No, because now everyone
you.
knows.
Just when I needed more depressive stories. No, Chase, trust me, Laboon is amazing. You'll love Laboon.
Nobody has time to watch One Piece, let's be real. Unless you started it and have been with it the whole time, nobody has time.
I know, Laboon. So what about Pikachu?
But anyway, Pikachu, look at this adorable little dude, first off.
I mean, come on, everyone knows Pikachu. He's like literally
everybody.
the biggest cultural
I was
thing
gonna wear my I have Pikachu earrings. I was gonna wear them, and I forgot. Now I did say Missy'd be happy because Pikachu is her favorite thing ever. Pikachu is not my favorite Pokemon. It's Raichu, but Pikachu is honestly just the OG animal companion. Like when Pokemon first happened, when Ash got his Pikachu, everyone wanted a Pokemon. Like Pokemon in general are pretty awesome, but they all have varying personalities if you watch the show, and even in the games now they have varying personalities. But Pikachu, man, that's literally in my notes. Pikachu, just Pikachu.
First off,
okay, think back to that
Haunter.
movie. Haunter's pretty cool, but he wasn't really an animal.
you mean the Mewtwo movie?
The Mewtwo
movie with Mewtwo,
and the
greatest
Pikachu crying.
Pokemon of all time. Yeah, it was
Mewtwo's
very sad.
Cool,
With
I will give you that.
The two Pikachu slap fighting. Yeah, it was very sad.
Nobody has time for One Piece. That's paraphrasing, but it's true. Nobody has time for One Piece. Well, is it paraphrasing? I can't even remember the exact show. That's probably it. Don't ask me. Don't at me.
Bulbasaur sucks. Charmander is awesome.
Bulbasaur's cute too, but Charmander is the best starter.
Charmander had a horrible story in the anime.
He did. I felt so bad for that little Charmander. Charmander, he was just so sad all the time. But yeah, I mean,
if the fire goes out on his tail, he dies, and he had to survive rain and stuff. Sadness.
Look, I've seen Charizard's underwater in the game and the Detective Pikachu movie. But I don't think it's like normal fire physics for their tail anyway. But we could probably have a discussion about Charmander's tail being its own topic because the way you and I talk about things. Oh, you triggered somebody in chat there. You triggered. Well, Atomic Missy, he might play Among Us with us later, and you can get your revenge. You can get your revenge. No. Triggered. Okay, but yeah, look, we could talk about every Pokemon being the best animal companion, but the one Pokemon that represents the series is Pikachu.
Yeah. I mean, they have a Pikachu parade.
Yes.
It's really a Pikachu festival.
Yes.
Because he's like the perfect marketing tool. He's adorable.
He's adorable. I actually, when I found that picture, I had to go and find the cutest picture of Pikachu I could find, and that was it.
Was it really that hard? I think you could just Google Pikachu and it'd be like, oh my god, which do I pick?
Took me, normally I pick like the first picture on Google because normally it represents the character. I'm like, no. It took me about 30 seconds of scrolling. I mean, I might have been able to find a cuter one, but that one's pretty adorable. But anyway, DC, give us another one.
Karoo.
I don't have a pen. I want a pen. I don't know where my pen is. Karoo.
AKA the captain
What show could it be from?
One Piece. I think he's the captain of the Hypersonic Duck Squad. Is what he's literally the Hypersonic Duck Squad. Well, he's a hypersonic duck. He's the fastest land animal in all of Alabasta. Yeah, the duck. The duck is the fastest land animal in all of a desert kingdom. Figure that one out. I don't know. He is the.
I have several questions.
Yeah, he's the personal companion of Princess Nefertiti Vivi, who
is the duck big enough to ride?
Yes. If you look at the image there, you will actually see. It's massive. They ride him like horses.
That doesn't even look like a duck. That looks more like a roadrunner. But okay.
He is the companion to Princess Vivi.
Are they sentient or are they more bestial?
It's like any animal in One Piece. any animal in One Piece pretty much understands human language and can communicate. Yeah, it's very odd. Like, he doesn't talk like most people, but he understands things. There was a really funny scene where she gives him his little barrel of water you see there. She fills it up and tells him to run to her father. And she's like, and make sure you conserve your water. And he literally, like, puts his bill down on his straw, just starts chugging water. He's a funny little guy, but he has a lot of heart.
Specifics question: he has a bill and he could suck on a straw.
Yeah.
Straws require lips.
Look, I didn't choose one companion that I could have chosen, which is literally a sentient starfish that can talk. And the reason he can
Patrick.
talk... No. The reason he can talk is because when he was born, he didn't know he wasn't human.
Okay, Patrick Star.
That's his story. He can talk, and he's also a designer and has his own
One Piece, everybody.
Yeah.
Great.
There's a starfish that has his own clothing brand.
Yes, Otaku Empire. I was just doing that as you posted that comment. Angels continues to question the logic of One Piece on this week's OtakuCast. The more I hear about the weirdness of One Piece, the less sure I am that I am actually ever going to dive into this show. No, I don't.
You would think that, but Karu is like literally. There's so many moments with him that are just like painful to watch because
the starfish is able to be intelligent. Because wouldn't that be nice if everyone just like, you know what? Oh, the furries would be very happy if they just decided they were not the thing that they were, and then all of a sudden all the...
Well, it'd be more like if you just suddenly were able to, like, fly because you didn't know you weren't a bird.
Yeah, I would like that.
Yeah, it'd be cool.
That would be...
What's your next choice?
Now that I'm completely distracted, I'm thinking about running ducks that drink with beaks out of straws. I'm gonna go
it's like
with
the Supersonic Duck Squad or something. There's a whole
Akamaru from Naruto. Akamaru is the goodest boy. He is one of many ninja hounds, but he is apart from the rest. Yes, the nindogs, the ninja hounds. Because when he starts, you'll see.
What's his name?
I'm sure. Wait, I knew this. I knew this.
Red.
Yes, and because of the thing, yeah, he does.
It literally means red, but he's a white dog.
Yeah, I don't know. But you could see in the picture, he started out as this teeny in the original Naruto, this teeny little dude. That's just this cute little puppy, but he wasn't just a puppy. He was not just Kiba's dog. Kiba is his partner, and Kiba and him, he's a ninja dog handler. That his whole family raises and trains these dogs to be servants. Well, not servants, but partners and ninjas and teammates. Yes, and they're just bonded. That is his dog, and that is his person. And as you can see, he grows big enough to be ridden with by the time he's an adult, which there is no explanation for, and none of the other ninja dogs are that big.
Yeah, there's plenty of explanation for it. He's a ninja dog.
What's that? No, none of the other ninja dogs are that big. There's like a pug, okay?
That's a summon.
They're still ninja dogs.
That's a different thing.
They have the form of ninja dogs.
They also talk. Akamaru doesn't talk.
No. He just makes dog sounds.
Yeah.
But once again, with anime logic, he understands. But Kiba can understand and speak to him. And he seems to understand. Akamaru seems to understand everybody else. He just doesn't talk.
Just like in One Piece.
Chase Griffin Smith in chat says he's well taken care of. He's a big boy. He is.
Yeah, exactly.
And honestly, Akamaru is best boy. He will fight right alongside anybody, and he'll give his life just as fast for his human partners as a human would to save anybody. He is a complete and utter asset, and he is the goodest boy. And him and Kiba...
I have that same argument for Karu.
Which one was Karu?
The duck.
No.
Yes.
It's a duck.
It's a dog. Yeah, exactly. You got nothing. You got nothing.
No, I was trying not to say something that I shouldn't. I was thinking before I speak.
There's no difference.
No, there is a big difference. This is a dog. It is an animal that is trained and lived to combat, to fight. I don't know the duck. Okay, I can't tell you. I know the duck.
That's literally trained to be a carrier. It's like a carrier pigeon. But
then it's like a glorified
horse.
horse with feathers. Okay, then no.
Yes.
You can't say a horse is the goodest boy. Dogs are the goodest boys, and sometimes cats.
Karoo took a cannon blast and kept running just to make sure that Princess
Well,
Vivi would
then
get to where she needed to go on
the
time.
goodest duck, then.
Yeah, exactly.
But he's not the goodest boy. I cannot give Karoo any competition. I don't think there are any other ducks in anime that are actually like named ducks.
Exactly.
So.
That's what makes One Piece so great, is I can sit here and just come up with so many.
Anyway, Akamaru is amazing, and honestly, he's just you've thrown me off my rant debt piece. Go to the next one.
Beppo. I'm choosing Beppo.
Peppo? What is Peppo?
Beppo.
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 Okay.
Beppo.
What is Beppo?
Beppo is the Kung Fu polar bear.
The Kung Fu polar bear.
He is a polar bear mink, and he has the ability to do Kung Fu. And he's awesome at it. And he's part of Law's crew. Trafgar D. Law. And he's freaking amazing.
I'm still stuck on the Kung. Oh, there! I see the picture.
He's awesome. He is a mink, and no, I know people are.
Wait, is he a polar bear or is he a mink?
Okay, so the minks are a tribe of animal people, specifically animal.
He's a furry.
Well, he's an animal that is also part human. But
I don't. That's a gray area for animal companions.
No,
okay.
Here's why I'm gonna say that. Here's why I'm gonna say it's an animal, because at one point in time, him and his crew are going to an area, and they're like, "Oh, I wonder if there's gonna be a lot of beautiful women, or do," and talk like that. And he's like, "I wonder if there's gonna be any polar bears." And they all just look at him, and they were just like, "No." So that is why I'll argue.
Chase, we are not calling this the One Piece episode. DC's just only about One Piece.
Look, Chase, it was supposed to be a prank. It got ruined, and I'm really sad because it was gonna be really funny. But yeah, Beppo is from a tribe called the Mink tribe. They're, like I said, they're a tribe of animal people, and he travels around with his crew, and he's just a really awesome guy. He's super.
Okay,
nice.
back real quick to your argument for why he counts as an animal. Sexual attraction. I mean, like.
He's an animal. They consider humans furless minks.
I can't get into this.
He's an animal. He's half animal, half human. What else would you classify him as?
If he considers humans furless minks, then that means he considers himself on the same level, if you will, as human beings. So therefore, he is not an animal.
One Piece is weird. They've got fishmen, which are literally half man, half fish.
Look. One of my other people
also
actually
giants,
identifies as the creature that they are, even though I have one sentient speaking in my list, which I'll bring up next. And they identify as the thing that they are. So
Beppo recognizes himself as a bear. Like dog minks love bones. That's the thing. They love bones. Cat minks love fish. They have the
people can love fish.
They have the same.
I might love bone. I played the forest, and I tell you what, I love me some bone. That does not make me a dog. Do not take that out of context.
A dog mink has a dog face like Anubis, so I'm saying it's an animal. Look at that thing. You gonna tell me that Beppo is a person? Look at him.
He looks like a furry.
Bear. He's awesome. I love Beppo.
Furry.
He does an awesome backflip kick. He's cool.
Look, then that would be
like Kung Fu bear. He's awesome.
Then I think he's on the wrong list. I mean, I'm not denying that that's awesome.
I couldn't put him on any other list.
Yes, Chase. I'm not reading that aloud, but yes.
I couldn't put him on another list. He's an animal. What's your next choice?
My next choice is gonna be the Exceeds from Fairy Tail. I was just gonna pick Happy because Happy, but I got to thinking, I'm like, but Panther Lily's so cool, and Luther and Frosch.
Yeah. So you're gonna
look. I'm not a big fan of Carla. Not gonna lie, just because she in the dub anyway. She's always up and posh and pippy and pompity and very pompous. But All the other exceeds are cool. I know
You're gonna-
Carla's allowed in
You're
there.
gonna like throw shade at my choices, and then you pick literally a similar situation of talking animal, and
But they identify as cats until especially, and then once they find
identify-
out they're exceeds. Because when there's the little tiny spoiler, once the show starts, Happy and Carla have no idea. I don't think Frosh
What's the difference between Panther
do?
Lily and Beppo?
What was Beppo again?
Beppo was the panda, or the polar bear, that you just saw, that walks on two legs and fights and has hands and stuff. And then Panther Lily, what was
Panther Lily is an animal companion. He is Gajiel's animal companion, and he identifies as a separate animal companion. He identifies as Gajiel's cat.
From what I remember of the manga, he does not identify as Gajiel's cat. He identifies as Gajiel's partner.
Well, companion and partner can be interchanged
but
in some cases.
Identify
Who was Beppo's partner?
Law. He was part of Law's crew. He's part of the crew.
Part of Law's crew. That does not make him a solid one person's companion. No.
Yeah,
no. But anyway, there's one thing that I'm confused about these Exceeds. I am done talking about your Kung Fu Panda. Is the fact that all of these Exceeds are cute little furry animal companions. They can use little magic spells, like kind of like Tanuki-ish spells to make them fly and stuff like that. And they all have their own personalities, and they're cute, and they're partners to the Dragon Slayers. Which
I have another argument, though. Hold
up. But my thing is that Panther Lily came to his Dragon Slayer late because he was an Exceed of his own right in his own kingdom. Not getting the spoilers there. But he can turn into like a 7-foot tall, large being, cat man that wields a sword.
Yeah.
And he's the only one that can do that. The other ones can't, and I'm just like, is it just because he's older?
No, I don't think so. It's probably because all of the other ones can do wings and he can't.
No, Panther Lily can do wings.
Well, he did eventually. Maybe he's just a badass. Maybe that's you did a swore. Badass is fine.
It's a swore. Can't say it. It's got a bad word.
I'm just gonna say, when they do go to that kingdom, there's that one Exceed. You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, but look, maybe it's just a different spell that he knows.
Why is that? We'll argue about that.
I'm not talking about the entire species of Exceeds. I'm talking about these companion Exceeds. That's why I picked these ones. These companions they're partners for their Dragon Slayers.
Yeah.
Which I have not finished Fairy Tail, so no spoilers. I still am unsure why they need cats.
They don't.
But
it's
you know what?
Cute.
Yes, it is adorable. But it's just how convenient. I mean, we kind of know why, but that's heavily farther into the lore of Fairy Tail. That's the heavy spoiler territory, so I'm not going there. But they're also adorable. Like the thing that happened with Frosh and Luthor, Lex or Luthor, the brown one, the reddish brown cat. That thing that happened, like I didn't even like those characters super. Because the way they were written and portrayed at that point in time, I was just like, what? I cannot get into it, but I just, good stuff.
They're not as good as my next choice.
Okay, what's your next one?
My next choice are the King Yagara Bulls, which are twins, Sodom and Gomorrah.
The King Yagara Bulls named Sodom and Gomorrah.
Sodom and Gomorrah.
Okay, why? You know the name Sodom and Gomorrah. You know what that is. What is that? Why are they named that? Or is it just because?
It's just because. They were found in the stomach of a sea king that the Frankie family were eating. And the family decided that they were stuffed.
Hold on. Rewind that. I need so these bulls. Our stream is a little delayed, so I haven't seen the image yet. These bulls were found in the stomach of a sea king. What's a sea king? Is that like the big fish?
It's a giant fish
monster.
Pokemon.
Oh, it is the fish Pokemon. Got it. Sea King. So now I have a mental image for Sea King eating these giant bulls. And so then somebody else was eating the Sea King. I'm still behind. My internet's garbage. Somebody else was eating the Sea King, and they found the bowls inside the Sea King.
Yeah.
Was the Sea King raw? What were the bowls? Those are not bowls.
They are called Yagara bowls.
No, those are nightmare fuel.
No,
those
fish.
are nightmare fuel.
They're a fish. They're literally a type of fish.
No. Those are nightmare fuel.
Think of them like a dugong or a whale or something like that. A creature that lives in the water but breathes air. So it can breathe air, but yeah.
How are they called? There's nothing. They're very much horse-like.
Is a seahorse a horse? No, it just
but it looks
vaguely has a horse
similar
face.
to a. You wouldn't call a seahorse a sea bull.
But
it doesn't look like a bull. It looks more like a horse.
It's what it's called. It doesn't matter what it's called. But Sodom and Gomorrah are part of the Frankie
One's
family.
A literal zebra. One is a literal zebra.
Yes.
I don't like their choices. I don't like it.
I don't know why. Watch this series. It makes sense.
No.
They're wonderful creatures that go to Anus Lobby and help out. And
Anus
help
what?
Anus Lobby. EINES Lobby. It is the world government's judicial island. It's where they go to basically prosecute pirates and criminals.
Gotcha.
So I'm trying to avoid spoilers, but basically they go and they fight, and one of them, he takes they're traveling with like a bunch of the crew, and they're traveling down, and one of them takes like damage, and his heart is literally hit with a mortar shell. Like he gets hit in the chest, and it damages his chest, and he gives, like, everyone else hops onto the other bull, and they start charging down, and that one gets like hit in the face, and like his like eyes. It's Anus Lobby is what they say in the dub.
Anus Lobby? Innies?
Is
it
Lobby?
Innies? Oh, the Otaku Empire was correcting DC's pronunciation. Don't blame DC, he's pronouncing it wrong. It's pronounced Innies. Innies? I-N-N.
It's it sounds the same, doesn't it, no matter what, because I'm from California, I have pronounced things differently.
Innies. Like a belly button. It's an innie. Innie's Lobby.
So again, he literally, like, these guys, they sacrifice their bodies to try and help the Straw Hat crew accomplish their goal.
You know, if you just look at their nose, it looks like eyes and a big smile.
Yes, it does.
Anyway. Look, I mean, I'm hearing your words, but they look like crackheads in the image.
That is because of the Frankie family's style. The Frankie family's style is very much like, they're punks. They're the
Chase Griffin Smith in chat says, "Okay, I'm done. Peace. Nightmares tonight."
You guys really, you're not gonna know.
Good times. Good times.
What's your next choice?
My next choice shall be Ein from Cowboy Bebop. The goodest, he's another goodest boy. They're different animes, different world. There's different animes in different worlds. We can have more than one goodest boy. Okay? No. Okay. Yes, we can. We totally can, dude. So don't you at me at all. But Ein from Cowboy Bebop. If you've seen Cowboy Bebop, you've seen Ein. He's a corgi, but he's not just any corgi. He is a hyper-intelligent corgi that was pretty much used as a lab rat. And so he can do things that he should not.
Well, he was given super intelligence.
He's super intelligence, yes. Super intelligence for a dog. They say he has about a slightly higher intelligence than their average human. But humans are pretty dumb, so yeah, super intelligence. But
from what I remembered, he would be a genius even by human standards.
Okay, yeah, but anyway, he plays shogi. He can hack into computers. He's got some ESP things that happen now, a little bit of weirdness happen now and then. And then he's Ed's best friend, which she is the weirdest character ever, and I love her. And I don't know how Ein puts up with Ed, honestly. I don't.
Because.
He's more of Ed's babysitter than Ed watches the dog. No, the dog watches the Ed.
Pretty much.
Ed's just like this feral child. I don't remember why her name is Ed, but it's not short for anything. It's just Ed.
Edward.
And Edward.
Edward.
Play. Sorry, wrong anime. Wrong anime. Wrong animal companion. They're gonna at me in the chat.
Her name is Edward.
Yes. Anyway, but if you've seen Cowboy Bebop, which if you haven't, are you even an anime fan? Cowboy Bebop is one of the greats. Like, honestly, am I wrong? Can we agree on that one? Chase Griffin Smith says JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Iggy. I don't know who that is. You just the line why Iggy's amazing, and we'll bring it up. But yes, I see you. I'm talking fire. I'm sorry, a topic, Missy. I'm sorry.
See,
but anyway,
I don't bring that up.
Anyway, we have Ein. My favorite part still, though, the thing I remember most, if I hear Ein, the thing I remember most about Ein is, and I know it's stupid, it doesn't even portray his intelligence when they get the mushrooms in the mushroom episode.
Yeah.
And Ein eats one, and he just like pops up, and then he just starts bouncing, all four legs in the air. Boink, boink, boink. You know what I mean? Yes, if you know, you know. You spoilers, you will cry. Yes.
Shrooms.
But yes, this mushroom episode is still one of the greatest episodes in anime ever, just because it's hilarious. But you know, Ein, and like they were, if I remember correctly, correct me if I'm wrong, I've not seen Cowboy Bebop in a long time. They were supposed to like get this dog because he had escaped. He was a lab rat and he's hyper intelligent. He'd run off and done super intelligent dog things, and then, of course, I'm getting a phone call. Hyper intelligent dog things. And then they kind of got him for a bounty, and then they're like, "Oh, we can't do this." Yeah, Ein.
Pretty much, yeah.
And they kept him because he didn't want to go be a lab rat anymore.
Well,
So yeah, give us your next.
Would anyone want to be a lab rat?
No.
It's Chopper.
Never. Chopper. Get to the chopper.
It's Chopper, aka
chopper.
Tony Chopper.
Get to the chopper.
That's his name. His name is Tony Chopper.
Tony Chopper. Right.
Yeah, he's a beautiful little reindeer man. And if you want to argue, because first off,
I don't know about beautiful. Look,
Tony Chopper.
I'm not a big fan of the way the animation of One Piece is. I'm not gonna lie.
Watch it and you get over it. Tony Chopper was born a reindeer with a blue nose and was hated by his family and was literally beaten by his pack and kicked out. And eventually he found a devil's fruit, which was the human fruit, which turned him into a half reindeer, half human, and he can go between full human form, half hybrid form, and full reindeer form.
Wait, so he can actually become like full-on human boy?
Well,
I'm a real boy now, Pinocchio?
Kinda. It's not that convincing.
I'm sorry for making you guys sad. Sorry.
But Chopper learned to be a doctor, so he's a doctor boy, and he's a doctor
reindeer boy.
Yeah, and he's a great doctor. Many people have asked how Chopper can grab things with his hoof hands, and Oda has just said, because.
Yes.
Don't question it.
Look, I don't even have any. I can't even argue because I. Sure.
Chopper is bad at hiding, but he's an amazing doctor. Like, literally, he's an amazing doctor, and he wants to pretty much be able to cure any disease. That's his dream.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. He's a great guy. And he's like 15.
Oh.
He's a young boy.
But that's probably old for a reindeer, though.
Old for a reindeer, but Chopper's part human, too. Because of the devil's fruit. So
does a half-breed count as an animal?
Look. He's technically an animal that ate a devil's fruit. Thus, still an animal. Also, fun fact, if a human eats the human fruit, according to Oda, you would gain enlightenment.
Oh, because that's what we all need, some enlightenment.
That's just a fact. But Chopper is literally like he created a medicine called the Rumble Ball, which messes with the frequency of the devil fruit, allowing him to transform into 7 forms instead of 3.
That's interesting. How many different
Yeah.
forms can you get for a reindeer? You got a reindeer dude, or
He
reindeer or
has
dude?
no, because he has hoof point, which
Snow
gives
stick.
him stronger upper body, and he has antler point, which gives him big antlers. He's got jump
Is that
point, which gives
BDE?
him better jumping ability, and he has defensive point, which just
You
makes
got
him a
mad
giant
hops.
fluff ball.
Is he so floofy I'm gonna die? Is he
Yes.
Cuddle Boy Floofykins?
Yes, he is literally the fluffiest thing you've ever seen in defensive point.
Now, could you shave him and use his fur for warmth?
I don't know, but the joke
Would
with
his
the
fur
crew
grow
is
back?
that the joke with the crew is that they keep Chopper around as emergency food rations.
Poor Chopper.
Oh yeah.
I mean, his name is Chopper. It wouldn't be hard to chopper on up. That was
He will
awful.
probably
I'll show
inject you
myself
with
out now.
anesthesia. He'll probably inject you with anesthesia.
Oh, look,
I
he's
love
too
Chopper.
cute for me to accept him.
Chopper is best boy.
Look, I don't like the animation style, but he still is pretty cute. He just looks like a derpy teddy bear.
I'm gonna make you watch a One Piece movie just so you can just like see Chopper's backstory, and you will love Chopper more than anything.
Okay, sure.
What's your next one?
My next one and my last one.
Yep.
Is the best girl ever, Kilala. I know I've talked about her before on this cast, but Kilala is just the smartest, cutest, fiercest. She fights for her friends, and she's not like, yes, she's an animal companion. She is nonverbal, but she understands, and she still has ways, like if she needs something to make herself known, like what's going on. And you'll see in the picture, she has this little cute, adorable little form that she wears all over the place. It's so cute. Look at it and tell me that is not the cutest damn thing. That is cuter than Pikachu. At me. Cuter than Pikachu. The small Kilala form is cuter than Pikachu. And then she turns into that massive, beautiful death on 4 legs, 2-tailed. She's a demon. 2-tailed tiger, saber-tooth thing. And she also has some control over fire, so she flies. She is convenient, travel-sized for your convenience.
She's a Nekomata?
Yeah, she's a demon. She's a cat. She can fly. Nekomata, I think. Anyway, she's a demon. She's a cat. She flies. She fights. It's heavily hinted at that she's immortal.
I mean, she's a demon, so.
Well, we've seen old demons in the show. This is show Inuyasha, if you don't know, but she is Sango's currently Sango's. Well, I'm watching it again. Currently Sango's companion. I guess she becomes Kohaku's companion. I don't know. I hope not, because Sango and Kilala are just my favorite. But yes, Kilala is best girl, and then she's just the cutest, and it's the greatest. And you know, like there's this time that when Inuyasha was learning the wind scar, that like he couldn't practice with anybody to try to figure it out because they had to give off a demon aura. He's like, Kilala, will you help me practice? Like if he messed it up, he could kill her. But she's just like, yes, I understand, and I will help.
See the arguments Angel uses for her choices, and then like just dumps on all my choices, even though my choices have just as emotional moments. But because I don't watch One Piece, I don't care about your emotional moments with your characters.
Look, it's hard. It is hard for me to feel for characters that I do not know, especially when they look as derpy as they do. I'm sorry. They just look so freaking derpy. All of them just look like they have no idea what's going on at any point in time.
Yeah, maybe you should watch the series and you'd see that that's not true.
I don't have. You saw the quote earlier. I just don't have the time. I haven't even been to Inuyasha yet.
Just watch a movie. That's easy.
Look,
also, shout out to Pawn Goat.
Pawn Goat. Look, fine. Yeah, I have a shout out too. I have a shout out for Black Hayate from Full Metal Alchemist and Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Risa Hawkeye's little Shina Ibu. Can we get a quick
graphic of Pawn Goat before moving on?
No, you don't get no Pawn Goat. Because I didn't get no Black Shina Ibu from FMA.
I sent it.
We get no graphics. No.
I sent it. I set it up. I just
Yeah.
want to shout out to Pongoat, the greatest of all time, destroyer of worlds, eater of
Look,
paperwork.
the reason I'm being so harsh on your
yeah,
choices.
There he is. Love you, Pongoat.
Welcome to the OtakuCast, where we are reminded weekly that Angels has not seen One Piece. Yeah. Look, the reason I'm so harsh on your choices is just because you tried to troll me by choosing only One Piece. Okay, I made sure to go out of my way to diversify, good sir.
I thought it was funny. I thought it was going to be really funny. Like, if you didn't know ahead of time, would it not have been really funny?
I guess.
Exactly. It would have been funny, you know it.
I guess. I don't think it'd be fun. I mean, it'd be kind of like ironic funny, not like gut busting funny. Words are hard.
Well, anyways, speaking of gut busting, Promise Neverland. Huh?
The episode title was 03. Oh wait, DC, where did we watch Promise Neverland on?
Well, we watched Promise Neverland on Anime Club, and you can tune in for Anime Club on Fridays at 8:30 Eastern, 5:30 Pacific Standard Time by joining Anime Club voice channel on the server. It is hosted by Yojak, along with the Anime Club episodes. Yojak hosts a different anime movie every week. This upcoming Friday is words we're not allowed to say, but it's MFKZ. You know what it's short for, I'm sure. Expected start time is 9:30/6:30. Everyone's welcome to join. We hope to see you there. Just react to it in the Rolls channel.
Sorry, I was trying really hard not to laugh at Chase making fun of me in chat. Yeah.
Butt gusting. But yeah. 031145. That's the title of this
I'm not crying
episode,
from
yeah.
laughter. You are. Stop. I don't know why it's so funny. I saw it again.
I don't know why you're laughing so hard, because this episode is not a happy one.
Butt gusting, that's
Well, that's happening. We started our episode with a flashback, basically, of Norman, being shipped out tomorrow. Mama's telling them. I made a specific note to state that finally there's tension. There's finally real tension.
Stop.
It's not gonna stop. So I'm just gonna keep going. But Mama does say that it's a clean break and it should heal in a few weeks, which I've broken an arm and it took 6 weeks to heal. So freaking leg's gonna take a lot longer to heal than that. Let me just say it. Yeah, butt gusting. Yeah. Otakuverse. It's even funnier when DC is trying to keep the show on the road while Angels is dying. So, hello. We get a lot of mamas saying that she wants that bag and she wants them to do that and everything like that, and she also wants more pictures of Spider-Man. Jesus, Mama's demanding. All right. So, Angels is not gonna make it out of this. So,
I don't know why. I'm sorry. I'm crying. I'm laughing so hard. Good thing I got good makeup, man.
Don, Gilda, and Ray are having a nice little conversation where Don is basically just, game over, man. Game over. He's just disappointed. He's like, look, what are we supposed to do? We can't do anything. There's nothing we can do. And so Ray's trying to hold it in. Yeah, exactly, Chase. I demand pictures of Spider-Man.
Okay.
But Ray's trying to hold it in, and he's trying to be like, we'll find a way. We'll fix it. And he kicks a bucket because Ray smash.
Anyway, where are we at?
Emma tells Norman that he has to escape with them, or else.
Yes. And that's when he goes to get water, right?
Yeah, he decides to
I
go
am breathing.
Get water.
I'm okay now. Okay.
He decides to go get water in a really bad 3D scene.
Yeah, what was with that?
Yeah, I don't know. It was really weird. But I have a very important important note here, which is we see in this scene. This is very important.
Yes.
Norman,
Very.
shush. Norman is grabbing the hold of the tap water, but he can't
Yes.
quite turn the tap. And
He has
if
a
you
little bit of a
guys,
breakdown.
well,
He's
if you guys
panicking
didn't,
about.
this is the thing.
Sorry,
If
go
you
ahead.
didn't understand, this was symbolism. As you can see, the tap wasn't able to be opened, but when he did open the tap, it was as though a flood of emotions that he'd been holding back
You don't
had
say.
come through. Yes, I know. Very subtle symbolism on the part of
So
the
subtle.
anime team. It was very subtle. Because when the tap water starts running, he has a mental breakdown. Subtle.
Yeah.
I love.
And
You know,
honestly,
I really. It's
he
that subtle
deserves a
symbolism.
breakdown.
Yeah.
He deserves one. Let's be real. He did. Like Norman has always been like the backbone and motivation.
Motivations?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm a giggly person at the moment. I apologize. But he has been the backbone and motivation, and he's just really been driving and pushing things forward. And now, hold on though. He might not die, but what did I say? What did I say?
What do you mean?
No, don't you? What do you mean me? Because you always go, oh, I was right, or I was half right. No, Angel's turn to be right. I said Norman's too important. He's too well written. He's too vital to this operation. He's gonna be removed. He's gonna die. They're gonna try to ship him out. I did say try to ship him out or something like that. I was right. Just so you know.
All right, but are they going to?
Well, I don't know. I don't know.
They're not gonna kill off a main character.
So, good sir, have you ever seen anime before?
Yeah.
There's many animes that have killed off main characters.
Have you noticed that it's been 9 episodes and they haven't gotten rid of any of the other kids? This isn't like what's that one?
I mean, maybe
really
the
liked?
very first episode. I mean, Connie.
One episode. There's been 9.
They're not gonna ship him off right after the other.
No, that'd be too much tension and drama.
No.
So Ray goes to see Emma in her little room where she's resting with her broken leg, and they basically are talking about how they're not going to let Norman escape. And Norman, if you guys didn't notice, when he shuts off the tap, that's like Norman repressing his emotions again.
Yeah, he pulled it back in.
Because as you notice, he pulls it back. Now, I know this is very subtle symbolism. All right?
Super subtle.
If we didn't point it out, no one would notice.
No one at all.
Very subtle. So subtle.
I think you might be belittling some people.
It's an amazing job. Is the sarcasm coming through? I don't know. I just want to make sure.
I think it might be.
Okay.
A little bit.
So basically, they come up with another plan, as they're always doing. It's always planning with these people. Fake escape and basically hide till.
What else do you want them to do if they all of a sudden just did things? Come on.
It's.
I mean.
Well,
yeah. Continue. Move on.
Look. I have a point. And my point is that you could have managed to do this 6 episodes ago, or not 6 episodes ago, but episode 6.
Would you quit?
No.
Poo it all over the Promised Neverland.
Is important.
It is well written. I enjoy it. It is
not
good.
Well this is important. It's not well written because there's no tension, and the tension that they do present is presented too late, and the problem that you come up with is that I don't care now, because it's all
that sounds
been,
like a you problem.
It's because everything that, all of those moments of planning was always just the same plan over and over and over again for episodes. It was the same plan. We need to do this. We're talking about what we're going to do. We're going to do this. And they just never went through with it. And it was really frustrating. But if you had that ticking clock, if they had found out that Norman was going to be shipped off in a week, and then that's when they decided that they only had 10 days to do this plan, then you would feel that every day would be a ticking clock, because it's getting closer and closer to that shipment moment. And you could have done that by having Mamas tell Ray that there's this shipping date, and so they have that stress, and they're working towards that, and then she drops the bomb on them that, booyah, actually I lied, the shipping date's changed, and then that throws everything into chaos, and now they have to like really think on their toes. Before, they didn't have any worries because they've already had plans, and they're like, we've got 2 months before the next thing, so they've got 2 months to plan. And when they were like, well, we're gonna do it in 10 days, I was like, there's no clock. You have 2 months, your plan is 10 days, that gives you literally what, 50 days to be like, if we mess up, this is how much time we've got to like fix the screw up. Like, that's not tension. Do you understand what I'm saying by that? That's not tension.
Yeah, but it's not the. I will say I see what you're trying to get at, but at the same time, it's a different kind because you got to look at the scope of this.
Did you feel tension?
I have felt tension throughout the entire series. Maybe not high levels of tension. Did you at
any moment feel like before this revelation that Norman's getting shipped out tomorrow? Did it feel like they weren't going to be able to achieve their plan in time?
Yes.
How?
Because of Crone, and they have all of these kids that they have to deal with. We could go back and forth about this.
But the thing is that they were coming up with a plan to deal with the adults. So
yeah, and then the situation, that's what it's been. It's been a cat and mouse game this whole time.
So when the situation changed, that's when the tension came in, but before that, it wasn't there.
No, I still think it's been tension, just not as tense. It's been a low level of tension this whole time.
That's not good for this kind of anime.
Maybe it's not good for you, but I know a lot of people who have enjoyed The Apprentice. Look, I have friends that heard about this anime because we were watching Anime Club, and they went and binged it because they were so obsessed with it. They could not put it down, and they really, really enjoyed it.
It's
really it's just the way.
It's just
well,
disappointing.
I'm sorry, your taste in anime sucks.
There's too much wasted time. And we just, like, that's what this anime has been up to this point, is that it's just the same discussion over and over and over and over again. And I'm like, we're finally now, in episode 9, getting to a point of, like, really interesting, hard-hitting stuff. That's like, this is the stuff that I've been waiting for.
As I was saying, it's been a game of cat and mouse. The kids move this way and Mama moves this way, and they've just been cat and mousing each other very subtly, cat and mousing this whole entire time.
Mama,
yes,
but like it wasn't really a cat and mouse thing, because like the only real moment of cat and mouse was Mama brought in Crone, and that was the only real cat and mouse moment. Like that's it's not
okay. Anyway, moving on.
Pretty much, Norman wants to sacrifice himself. Emma comes up with a plan that is so dumb that everyone is dumbing for having heard it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul, Emma. Emma's plan is just, let's break Ray's leg.
But
because they can't.
Okay, hold on. So they say, well, hold on. You need to say a little bit why they came to that point. So they said, well, if Norman escapes, then maybe he'll ship Ray. And that's why Norman's like, I would rather Ray not die in place of me. So she's like, well, they're not going to ship you out because you're broken. Well, how about we break Ray's leg? And then they're like, oh, let's break the arm instead.
Here's my question, though. They don't have any proof of that.
No, they don't, but
they have no proof that you won't get shipped out.
Look, their logic is sound, though.
It's kind of not.
But Mama said that they had to be perfect for whatever the heck the thing is.
Yeah.
Otaku Empire says when your parents tell you to go to your room and you hear yelling.
It's still kind of not, because it's like we don't. Can you really trust what Mama said? I mean, Mama's been lying the whole time. So it's like, can you really trust it? Can you really trust what she has to say? But anyways,
so then they go on to talk about. They go on to talk about how they wait. Okay, so they talk about
laughing fit. You got to get caught up.
Yes, and I lost my place. Okay, so
we're after.
They have to talk about the pretending, and then they say Norman will pretend to escape and go hide in the forest. That was a plan too. Huh?
Norman doesn't want to do that plan.
But no. And then he'll hide in the woods, disable the tracker.
They convince him to do it. He shows him the device to do the breaking thing, and he's like, "You go scout." And they're like, "Well, Ray, we got questions for you. How did you even find out about all this stuff?" And Ray reveals infantile amnesia, which is like you don't remember what
You are
did as a
skipping
baby.
so much.
No, that's in that scene.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
No, they talk about like they let him go freely in strict confidentiality, and
We just talked about that part. I was moving
way
past that part.
Yeah, you moved past too fast. It's because they're talking about the way they develop their brains and how it has a rich environment, and to grow up with the rich emotions with minimum security, without because that's what they want from their brains.
Yeah, that's stuff we already knew. We already knew all that.
But they say, this kind of Atomic Missy in chat says, I felt like the pacing was actually really good. You have to remember they're babies.
Okay, first off, oldest of them is 11 and 12, not babies.
Those are babies.
They are super geniuses. They are super geniuses.
In comparison to... No, not right now. They have a lot to worry about. They absolutely know nothing of life beyond the walls. How would you, as an 11-year-old child, run away from the only safety you've ever known, not only by yourself, but with multiple youngins? Let me get through it, then you can argue.
I see that.
Nope. With multiple youngins. Can't skip anything. Lots and lots of planning. Lots and lots of discussions. They figured out a time frame, and that's what they gave themselves.
Here's my plan. Here's my problem with that exact plan. Here's my exact problem with that. Is that every moment that they were going to show us a new element of the plan that we had not already heard or already seen, they literally cut away. They literally cut away from every single thing that was actually going to be part of the plan. No, that's my point. Is that you're saying I have to remember that, but you're forgetting they already had all of their contingency plans. We just never got to see it. You understand?
Have you ever watched anime before? Or really any form of dramatic media?
Yeah, I have. And normally, they reveal the plan eventually. Like, take Ocean's 11. You actually get to see what the plan is. The whole movie is built up around the plan. But at the end of the movie, it's a double switcheroo, and they reveal what the real plan was. The thing is as we know, the plan gets thrown out the window. So the reason we weren't shown it is because it kind of doesn't matter. It didn't matter. It would have been pointless. But I would have preferred to have known what the plan for escape was, rather than hearing them constantly talk about the same stuff over and over and how they're still planning on scouting, and it's been days since they've talked about doing that.
Well, they can't just go out and do it. They have to get it done. They have to plan it just right to go out. Like every one of these little steps they have to plan. Every one of these little baby
show
steps.
Us doing that part of the planning. They just show us about
you would
talking
complain
about
that if they
plan.
showed you that too.
I would
complain about that too.
I would have preferred to have known what the plan was.
Anyway, so yeah, pretty much. Ray, like they talk about making a ladder because they don't have the rope and then all that kind of stuff. But Ray does reveal that
too late for that, Missy. It would be too late for that because we're already like past the point where any of the plans they could have come up with would work.
For those of you that cannot see the chat, Atomic Missy said you haven't finished it yet, though. How do you know it won't reveal anything?
Yeah.
But anyway,
we've got 3 episodes, and at that point, it doesn't matter.
We have wasted a lot of time on this, DC. Let's push forward.
I'm trying to move forward. So, yes, Ray talks about his amnesia. That's what I mean. He talked about his infantile amnesia, saying that he remembered being in the womb. Number 1. Look, the other parts don't matter. This is the big reveal. I'm moving to the big reveal here. Is that Ray remembers being born, and he remembers
that would suck.
Yeah, it would. And he remembers being grouped into groups of 5 and sent out to one of the 5 plants, apparently.
Yes.
And they say,
and then, so if you pass the gate,
it's just HQ.
More plants.
Yeah, it's HQ and the 5 plants. Which
I kind of imagined it in my noggin as like a wagon wheel with HQ in the middle and then the 5 plants all the way around.
Yeah.
But...
So.
Yeah.
Anyways,
but so.
They
He's
announced.
Crone was honest. The gate is not an escape route, and they're out,
Yes.
and the demons are out there. As soon as you get past those gates, demons everywhere.
It's
Security's,
demons and adults.
but they said security's pretty thin.
Well, yeah, because why does it need to be? So they move on. Mama announces that Norman is going to be adopted. Everyone's acting weird about it, though. Did you notice that? That the kids had like this weird concerned face about Norman's adoption?
But I think it was more the fact that they wanted to be happy for him because he was getting adopted, but they also would miss him terribly because they've known him their whole life.
Those aren't the ones I'm talking about. Like, because the ones that were crying, that's a normal reaction.
Yeah.
The ones that are happy and the ones that are crying, that's a normal reaction. I understand that one. I didn't understand the shock face, like why they looked concerned.
The freaking out face.
Yeah, they looked concerned.
And how are Dawn and Gilda, especially Dawn, Gilda, and Dawn and Gilda are freaking out. Ray's just glaring.
You remember when Emma was first brought, and like some of the kids looked like concerned for Emma, and then some of the other kids were like horribly shocked face. And I'm like, that was also weird because it's like it seems like those kids know.
Maybe there's more kids that maybe there's more kids that know. It's possible, but
I don't
it's
know.
Almost like I can't think of what it is. Like they don't know that the other ones may know, so everyone needs to be quiet to save their own kids.
I don't know. So they go out. Norman, like the kids start eating. Norman, afternoon thing because it skips ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Norman's doing his run. We find out that basically the thing that breaks the tracker device is just a taser.
Yeah,
it's pretty
Ray
much
made a taser.
And Norman.
Oh, but you skipped over the fact that the Norman found Crone's note and pen in his drawer.
Yeah. I that was just before that. Yeah, you're right. I have that on my notes.
Yeah.
You found the pen.
And we didn't see what it was, but
no. Again, it's another thing that we don't get to know about yet.
And Norman has no idea the significance of that pen. No. Like, I don't feel sorry for Crone, but she was really...
Does Crone know the significance of it? It's a pen she picked up from some guy.
Well, it had significance to her.
Yeah, but for some reason...
That was like her motivation. Okay. Yeah, sure.
So
they do the run.
It's her motivation, but why? And we won't find out from her, because she did. But yeah, it's from what we can see, when Norman stands on that wall, it's more trees. Which...
And then
I will state this. I want to state at first, I was thinking that if you really think about it, what Ray said was once you get past the gate, it's just more plants. What's stopping it from being like, if you get over that wall and you go through the forest, it's just another plant. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like another farm. But we have Mama is looking for looking for Norman. Like,
yeah.
And they're
checks him at tracker. It's a tense moment, and then she smiles. Mom turns over to see Norman returning. The kids panic. Now, the way she smiled, because she was looking at her tracker and then smiles. Like she saw that the dot was returning. Did the tracker not get disabled?
I don't think he did it.
Don't think he shocked himself?
No. I think Norman punked out.
So,
he comes back on his own.
Emma, Ray, and Norman, I think Dawn and Gilda were there too.
Yeah. Ray gets all mad at him. It's like, why'd you come back? Punches him, knocks him down. And pretty much Norman reveals the big reveal of it all is that it's just a cliff. Because
the way the camera had been, we'd only seen out beyond. And when we saw up later, there's just this big gorge in between the wall and the next plant.
This makes sense.
I might have jumped.
Because that would have solved all the problems.
Nope, it solved my problems, though.
That's not how Norman is. But
no,
this makes sense when we saw the previous
Not that I'm saying that's an okay thing to do, but in that situation.
When we saw the previous scene with Grandma, and she was like the young Isabella, the one we assume is the young Isabella. When we saw that scene and she was standing on the wall, and Grandma was there with the little thing, and she came down, and we realize now why she didn't leave.
Yeah. Can I say for a moment, there was the thing with he had the homemade stun gun and he had it out in the woods with him just before he scaled the wall. Why didn't he disable it at the house? The last known location would have been at the house. Why did he go out to the wall and just try to I don't know if he did. Because Mama clearly saw something, but why would he try not to disable it at the house?
Okay,
but
now
anyway.
You have questions.
That's just a logic thing.
My point is that this would have been good a few episodes ago to know about this, because this would have really upped that tension and really upped the how are they going to get out, because your only choice now is build a ladder. It's pretty much all you got now.
And then what are they going to do? Run to the other camp? And get indoctrinated into the other camp?
Exactly. It's almost as if they should
have
looked earlier.
Get on the wall and run down the wall. And it's got to end eventually.
I know, right? Yeah, now you have now you start seeing the questions that appear.
The kids have just got this. They haven't had a chance to process it yet and figure out what they're going to do.
You know, Emma and Norman could have looked at that wall a lot earlier. They didn't have to go past it. They could have just gotten on top. Why didn't they? Lots of questions where they're like, lots of questions. That's all I'm saying. Lots of questions.
Whatever. God of High School. Cursed /
Best episode ever.
/ cornered.
Curse / cornered. And it is an amazing episode. We get a recap of what happened last time with Jin Mori's grandpa.
Yep.
Which, as we all know, Jin Mori's grandpa took on an entire cult by himself and is a complete and utter badass.
So we see Mori rushing to go try to save his grandpa.
Riding his bike.
And he's like, I promise I'll make it back in time for the match, guys.
Yeah, we get our intro thing for the official God of High School thing, where they talk about the semifinals.
The Big Bang. The Big Bang channel.
The Big Bang channel, it's Seal versus Jeju.
Yes. And Mira and Han are worried and looking for Jin.
Yeah, they're looking for Jin.
He doesn't have a cell phone. Of course he doesn't.
Of course not. Blue shows up to tell them that
the match is
about to begin. P, I think it is P. But the match is about to begin.
And she's like, if he's not here in time, you guys are done.
Yeah, even if you win the first round, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
Which, see, again, what I said last time about the whole, the way the initial arc was structured was you continue to fight until the last man standing. It kind of makes more sense, you know?
Yeah.
If Jin's not there, then
kind of like a Pokemon battle. You throw one out.
Yeah.
It just stays out there.
It's a weird change for the anime. I don't know why they made that change.
If Jin doesn't show by the second bout, they're disqualified. And so Han's like, I'm going to go look for him. And he won't come back without him. So he's like, don't win too fast, Mira. Don't win too fast.
Don't try not to win too quickly. And she says, no promises.
And then
was a nice little moment.
In the ring, the opponent team notices that Mira's team is not with her. And Tiger Boy is concerned about Mori.
Because he's like, Jin.
Yeah, he wants to fight him. But anyway, so in the ring, their opponents
versus Mira.
Hold on, this comes in play later, that they're all hidden in these cloaks, and I immediately thought, seeing those cloaks, I was like, they're part of Vox.
Yeah, Nox. You mean, the not-so-secret nod that, I wonder if these guys are part of the evil cult.
Linda, listen, don't at me. So the first round is Lee Marin versus Yu Mira. Okay, so this
Angels, dude... Angels, can we just say...
What?
So subtle. It was so subtle.
Yes, I know. Look, I'm trying to go. This dude rips off his cloak, and he is big, burly, buff. He's like, I was raised on the sea. You can't beat me. I am.
He's tan and in a Speedo.
And he's like Armstrong family glistening muscles here.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I mean, he's like a bodybuilder.
Oh, he's got goggles. He's got a Speedo and goggles, and that's it.
He's a swimmer. Yeah.
Yeah, rippling pectorals. But then they go. Jin's like at the house where they told him to meet for Grandpa.
An old abandoned warehouse.
Yeah.
Where they find
Grandpa on the floor.
Yeah, he finds Grandpa on the floor.
Then we go back to the ring.
Lee Marin's body is too oily because he uses his suntan lotion. He wears tanning lotion, and it just bounces attacks off of his body.
So Mira uses her wooden sword replacement thing, and she tries to, but she can't. And then one of his buddies throws him a sword,
and it's Mira's sword.
Yes, it is Mira's sword. He starts berating her.
Yeah,
he's using the moonlight blah 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 sword, and he mocks how hard. Sword, you've marked so hard, and then he snaps her sword in half, and he just continues, you work so hard, and look at you, you suck, kind of thing, just this whole
he
time.
breaks her sword, and then the sword transforms, and
you weren't even good enough to get it to reveal its true form to you, or something like that, and it's a steel sword, and it looks like yin and yang on the hilt. It's very cool.
It's a Chinese Tai Chi sword.
You were unaware of the sword's true power, kind of thing. And then we're seeing Han looking for Jin, and he sees Jackaboy.
Yeah, finds him out cold in the bathroom. We get the Bruce Lee / bride wannabe.
Look, are you sure? Because I look more like, it reminded me of Kill Bill. The lady, the
bride.
chick. Whatever.
Her name is the bride.
Whatever. She. There's a blonde in there, and she's being creepy.
Beatrice,
I think we can just cover that because they're during this episode they're skipping back and forth between the ring, kind of what's happening with Han and what's happening with Jin. They fight.
First off, I want to complain. She says in the sub, "You look so good," but the actual words she says are "Oni-chan." Subbers, fix that. That is not proper translation.
I don't know. I don't.
So we find out that the weapon that Mira has been holding on to, without ever knowing it, was a national treasure that holds the power of God.
Feng Xian. Fengxian.
Yeah, he continues to berate Mira about how you didn't know he's a national treasure and blah 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 blah. And you know what? Mira don't care.
There was this one point that she caught it, and she's like, "Haha, it's mine again!" And the sword teleports back to his hand.
That happens. Yeah, that happens next. But I was gonna say, I wanted to say Mira didn't care and started beating the ever-loving heck out of the dude.
No, yeah, she.
Don't skip Mira's awesome moment. All right, that was an awesome moment for her. But
there's lots of awesome moments in this episode.
Whatever. He reveals when. Yeah, now you know how it feels when I gotta listen to you do your little recap of the movies, and it's like the scene doesn't matter. So.
No, I'm not saying the scene doesn't matter. The scene matters very much, but it can be summed up with they're fighting and Mira is kicking butt.
Yeah, that's why I said it. You didn't even want to do that part. So we get the awesome moment where he reveals that the sword goes to whoever he views as the true owner. And moving forward again,
Jin and his grandpa. Okay, this is a creepy moment. This was creepy.
Mori tries to free his grandpa, but it's a trap. And
it was a trap. He's like, yeah, it's like a doppelganger kind of thing,
it just his head moves backwards all the way back.
Yeah,
it's freaking.
And then the grandpa starts laughing, and it turns out that it's an imposter, and
exploding clone no
explodes. Yeah, pretty much. And Grandpa's body starts bubbling and it looks like the flesh is boiling, and then it explodes, and
then the whole building.
Some suited guy walks through, and he sees Jin laying on the ground.
No, this is important. I just want to note, CinemaSins, Jin survives this.
That wasn't important. Moving on. It's an anime! No, it's not. It's an anime.
Oh, I'm sorry. He survived an entire building exploding with no damage, pretty much? Okay.
Are you done?
Jin Mori is also told that the guy says that we need to clean out the small fry in order to awaken the key. And he has an ability called Doppelganger.
So yeah. Because they're going to waken up the key.
Back in the fight, Mira gets stabbed by her own sword.
He walks away. Okay, yeah, that's fine.
You want to skip? I'm skipping now. So Mira gets stabbed by her own sword, and it's revealed that the sword has the ability to control God?
Yeah.
And Miss Sadist, I'm calling her a sadist because she's a sadist, wants to fight Han, and Han literally does not have time for this. Blocks it, hits her in the back of the leg, knocks her down, and he just goes I gotta go help this guy out because Han Daiwei is a saint.
He is.
He doesn't not even gonna be no, I'm not gonna beat this girl up. Boom.
He helps green hair dude up and tries to leave, and then the jumpsuit girl jumps in front of him and kisses him. And she's like, "Oh, you're cool." When she was just trying to kill him a few seconds earlier.
I like you. And then creepy Joe guy is a creep.
Yeah, you're right.
He's just like, get out of here. And Honda is like, if I had moved, I would die. And then we get back to Jin, who's being attacked by shadow clones.
Yeah, I really have even shadow clones written in my notes.
Yeah,
it's shadow clones of the suit
references.
dude.
Yeah,
shadow clones of the suit dude. I called them doppelgangers, and then I came to find out they were doppelgangers. So I was like, oh god.
His ability is doppelganger. So he also says that Jin Taijin beat all of the 6.
He's defeated every member of the 6, and he defeated the Northern-style death squads.
He defeated an entire North Korean death squad army.
And then Jin is pushed through the floor, because the doppelgangers are just increasing this whole time, the shadow clones. And then he's like pushed to the floor like this wave of doppelgangers.
And it's revealed that the Jeju team is all dead. And that they're all Nox agents that were replaced. But did you notice that there were even more corpses? Of just like random
people? A lot, yes.
Yeah, they were just random people.
There was a lot. And then I had a question as well. So the doppelganger guy tells him that there's a real members of the team. Oh, they are very dead, by the way. And then there's like grayed out corpses in the back. How many of those teams have been taken over by? But then my question was,
just teams, people.
People, yeah. My question was, how did they trick the monitors?
Yeah,
the God of High School monitors.
I don't know. That is a very good question.
Yeah, because the power levels are still gonna.
Yeah,
unless
nanobots,
they cut off the
arm
of and then the corpse.
The
corpses
literally don't know.
Moving on.
But Jin explodes.
Yeah, and dude's like, I can't let you leave now that you've seen it. Yeah. So, and then Mori does his little chakra pokies.
1 hour, no pain.
1 hour of no pain. Then we're in the ring.
Mira's being held up by her hair. She gets slapped around. She gets punched.
She's getting the snot beat out of her. And he's like, oh, you're a failure. You're garbage. You're trash. And he's just continually, he's like, give up kind of thing. And she's like, nah.
So, but she ends up in like a freaking world of water. It was very weird.
Yeah, she had like this, I think it was like an introspective thing.
Yeah, with a mysterious voice calling out to her.
Mind you, Mira's been stabbed like 3 times at this point, and he stabs her again, and that's when she goes into the little dream state thing. And she like gives her, she's thinking of her friends and gives herself a little pep talk. And a voice is like, why?
If you have the strength to move forward.
Yeah. And she's like, I'm doing it to get stronger. And
like,
a doppelganger of herself appears, and it like offers her a hand.
I have to say this because this was like the best line towards Mira, which was, make your name known throughout all creation, peerless and unparalleled.
I mean, I didn't get there yet, but okay.
Well, that's because that's what happened in that scene, and
she took her doppelganger's hand,
and she gains the power of Lu Bu Fengjian, which was a Chinese...
Yeah, the sword comes back to her.
Yeah. Well, I gotta state this.
She gets her Sharyuk, pretty much.
Yeah, Lu Bu Fengjian.
And she has little antennae? Like...
That's Lu Bu's, like, famous item of clothing.
Whatever.
He had a little headband thing that had like these little... Look, Lu Bu, they say the hero.
I was hoping for something cooler than that, but that's...
Look, if you actually look into Lu Bu's like story, he's not much of a hero. He would go to different provinces, take out the general of the area, become the general of that area, like work under different lords, and then he would just abandon them and go work for somebody else. And he was known for basically having a horrible temper and being a drinker.
Oh, fun.
And her opponent has the Kraken.
Yep.
So we get to unleash the Kraken.
Wait, if he's a doppelganger, how does he use the other dude's
It's probably
Charyuk?
We don't think about this. We don't know that was that guy's Charyuk. We don't know what that guy's Charyuk is.
The dude's Charyuk is doppelganger.
No, yeah, but he's using Kraken. That's not the same thing. How is Kraken the same as doppelganger?
No, I'm not. I'm asking if doppelganger dude killed Kraken dude and left a doppelganger in his place, how can his doppelganger use that dude's Sharyuk?
Maybe he can make other people's doppelgangers, or his doppelganger copies their abilities too. I don't know. There's lots of questions. They don't get answered.
Anyway, so she makes sashimi out of that Kraken.
She destroys it, destroys him, and as she's fallen to the ground, Jin shows up and catches her. And Jin
in
mad.
The ring again where he doesn't belong being.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But Jin mad.
And Han's there too.
And Han literally says, I have never seen him that angry.
She's like, oh, you're late. And then, and he's like, sorry for... But he is pissed.
We get...
I don't know, does pissed count as a slur?
The phrase, where's Pei Long? Followed by an intercut scene of Jin Mori kicking the ever-loving heck out of his opponent in the ring and the doppelganger guy. And it's intercut so that it's the exact same fight. And we have... my special note is, Jin kicks all the ass. There is literally none left for anyone to kick.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because he does his... The fight is just... He just destroys the guy.
I was trying to follow... You just went too quickly for my notes. But his finals blows with Jin Mori Original 2 Twin Blue Dragon Kick. Because the first Blue Dragon Kick didn't work. So...
Well, it worked. It just didn't defeat him.
Yeah, so he got Twin Blue Dragon Kick. And it wrecks the blonde and the doppelganger guy. So...
Yeah, because it's
for
all
the win. And then we see Park and that random old guy.
We see the 6. It's 4 of the 6 are in the room.
Yeah.
Park is rubbing his scar. The old guy is rubbing his arm. And they state that the tiger raised another tiger. Which we've been getting told throughout the series, Tiger Cub, Tiger Cub, Tiger Cub. But this was the first time it was specifically not Tiger Cub, tiger.
It was a tiger, yes.
Yeah.
Super cool.
Yes.
And, I'm excited. Honestly, I know you think Promised... I'm not going to start another argument, just stating. I know you think Promised Neverland is not that great. I think both of these animes are on par with each other, in my opinion, for being awesome.
I don't think they're a good combination with each other.
Who says they have to be a good combination? I kind of like the slower and the faster. I dig it. I like the combination. But anyway.
I like more complementary anime at once.
Our movie this week is Penguin Highway. Well, last week we watched Penguin Highway, and we will be discussing that in the show, after the show.
Technically it's our movie this week, yeah.
Yeah. You're right.
But we'll be discussing that. What do we have?
We're allowed to be swore.
Yeah, we're allowed to swear.
But it's Patreons only. So, if you want to watch it, gotta be a Patreon. Anyway, our Empire news, we have a charity stream still coming up. Little tiny hiccup, it had to be rescheduled, so keep an eye on Twitter and Twitch, or Twitter and Instagram, excuse me. I have Twitch in my notes, and that's not a place you keep an eye on for news. Apologies. Twitter and Instagram for updates, and that's pretty much what we got for you today, my friends. We had a good time. I mean, DC and I have to do the post show, but can't see that.
Yeah.
But what's our movie for next week? Do you happen to know offhand? Oh, you already said it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm just trash. Yep. That movie. But yeah, so thanks everybody.
I'll give you guys a hint. It stands for
bad words.
Bad words.
Bad words. Hey, I'm gonna move my mouth here so editors just put like some random beeping. It stands for... There you go. That's what it stands for. I'm just kidding.
Alright.
Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Everybody, we'll see you guys next week. Same time, same place.
Bye.
Bye.
Have a good one. Take care of yourselves.
Yes,
Be safe
please.
out there.
Yes.